second day of GeekyCon.
Hey, I know them. Do we have a moderator or not?
No.
Okay.
I know them. I looked up the thing and it said we're talking about adaptations, but is that wrong?
Yes.
Right.
We can talk about whatever we want. Do you guys know who we are? Why are you here?
No.
It's called Hey, I Know Them. Do we have to introduce ourselves?
Maybe not.
I didn't know that. Well, okay, so Oscar, is this your first panel?
Yeah, I can totally moderate though if you want.
So
Just let me read the blurb really quick.
Killing it, man.
I guess, well, Osric, this is your first ever GeekyCon?
Yeah.
And first, okay, so cool. Welcome, Osric.
Thanks, guys.
And so, I guess this is good. We're sitting in, like, the actual, like, in the shows that were on order. Yeah, but that's cool. It worked out.
That's how ingrained it is in our...
Yeah. So I guess, well, Osric, yeah, tell us, I mean, they probably know, what do you do? That is an adaptation.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to read the blurb. If there's anything in media more popular than a reboot, it's an adaptation. Let's talk to our guests about how they prepared to bring already beloved characters to life. Okay, so I have done 2 adaptations. I did a Halo web series. That was their marketing campaign for the 4th game. And I'm currently working on a show called Dirk Gently, which is a Douglas Adams book series, also a BBC show now at BBC America. So 2 separate adaptations. My favorite thing about that is that the characters that I play never existed in the original, therefore, no chance to muck it up. Yeah, is your mic on?
It's okay, I can be loud. Turn it on, probably. We get to, I don't know, there's that test connection.
Okay, so I only got to... My mic works really well, so I'm going to use it. So I briefly read all of your biographies, and there are a lot of adaptations in here. And honestly, I love adaptations because, I mean, that's why sequels and prequels and all that stuff go so well, because they're proven franchises. Do you guys want to tell us about the stuff that you've done and why you were so confident that you were going to mess up your characters?
Alright, so Dan Hutton, I play Harriet Smith on Emma Approved, the adaptation of Jane Austen's Emma, and I didn't feel like I was going to muck up the character because I read it and I was like, oh, that's me. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so Jonah.
Oh, damn. Well, our show, Emma Approved, followed the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, and they had a huge success. So, I mean,
Thanks, guys.
more so than adapting the character, I think it was just following what they had done. And I was like, I'm nothing like Emma Woodhouse. She is just, and then
Cut to 2 months later.
then as the show went on, I was like, oh, whoops. So I tried not to put too much pressure on myself in terms of adapting it. I just wanted to be an actress that read the text, that did the performance. And however that came out is how it came out. So, but it was a really, really amazing experience, and especially like as an Asian American to play Emma Woodhouse, that was a really proud thing for me to be able to do. So, it was a very fun, fulfilling experience.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Oh, this doesn't work. Hi, I'm Ashley. No, I'm gonna yell. I'm Ashley. I play Lizzie in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries.
I know, what's that?
Who?
What is that?
It was a Snapchat original.
Can you imagine
Oh my
those?
gosh.
That's happening now.
I know. That sounds more like a Lydia show. That's definitely like a Lydia show.
Yeah, right? Yes, if we did it now, Lydia would have a Snapchat.
That would be so much work. Yeah, I would be on Snapchat all the time. I'm bad at Snapchat. I'm new to it though.
And I didn't worry about mucking up an original, a beloved character because I didn't think anyone was going to watch it. So, no pressure there.
Here you are 4 years later.
4 years later.
Still talking
Still
about it.
going.
This is totally on now. I super hot, which is great. I'll stay back here.
Just yell from back here.
Hello. Yeah, no, I was very familiar with Pride and Prejudice. I was a big Jane Austen fan, and like most women related to Elizabeth Bennet, because she's smart and confident, but flawed, and the second prettiest sister. I think a lot of women look up to Lizzie, which luckily I did not think about before I adapted the character. So I didn't freak myself out. Max,
Cool.
who are you?
Well, no one looks up to Mr. Collins.
Until now.
You made it so lovable.
Yeah, well, I think that's what, that's Maxwell Glick, and I played Mr. Collins, if you didn't know, but.
Hi, Maxwell.
Yeah. Oh, hey. It's my Meg, from when I was Hercules. Sing-along, yeah. I'm not her. I'm representing the Lion King today, sorry. Yeah, no, I was Mr. Collins. Yeah, no, it was interesting for me to play that guy because he's really not such a character in the book and in the movies that we've seen of Pride and Prejudice. But it was my intention to actually make him someone that you could possibly like. And I guess I did, so that's cool. But yeah, this guy, I didn't want to be the same role. Well, yeah, I mean, I wanted to bring some.
I mean, none of us like you.
Right, none of you. No. So.
As a person.
You know.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Max is the best.
The audience got really quiet when I was weeping.
Yeah, but that's what I set out to do. Make them more human and likable in some way.
Cool. Cool. Last but not least, Mary. Mary Kate. Mary Kate Wilson. All three of
We
your
met
names
each
and all
other
three
this
lists.
morning. It was already known, he knows my name. Hi, I'm Mary Kate Wiles. I played Lydia Bennett in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries. Is that the only person I've adapted? No? I played Annabelle Lee, who's a poem character.
Right, and I played Charlotte Bronte, who was
Who's
a real person, who I've met several times, so I thoroughly researched that character. She was very generous to have several brunches with me.
She's busy.
In LA.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just a single hard quote.
We could not get her on the phone.
Yeah, I had connections. Jane Austen put me in touch.
Hi, yes, I played Lydia Bennett. Yes, in the same way, playing a well-loved character was not the concern. Playing a much-hated character and making her somewhat interesting was a fun challenge. Ta-da! So tired, you guys.
You succeeded.
Like the things I'm hearing about the game, people are like, I'm getting outside and like talking to people.
That's great.
But I am already the person who does this.
I heard two guys walked off a cliff while playing it, so
That
be careful.
also happened. I was at 3rd Street in Santa Monica, which is like a big kind of outdoor mall, and people just kept running into me because they were staring at their phones.
It happens.
So be careful.
I don't play it, but Sean Prasad
Who's that?
is a person that I hang out with sometimes, and he plays it a lot.
Not familiar.
And I think that they're cute. I'm like, ooh, Pidgey, cute.
I play it not enough. I just have July is Crazy and it came out this month, but
That's true.
So I'm only level 6, but I'm Team Valor. So.
What do they mean? What is it? I don't know which team Sean is.
It means he has much valor.
Yeah. You're just gonna pick it when you get to level 5, then you get to choose your team.
But like, are they different? Are they like Hogwarts houses? Do they mean something? Or is it
Do you
just
just
like,
pick one? How does it work?
You do just
Just
pick.
pick.
It gives you
This is a Pokemon
choices, and I forget what they are. I know that instinct is
Jay, you
I've learned nothing.
about
Jay is
your
a
instincts.
really big expert.
Okay, Dick. I'm a level 18 mystic. Because whenever I play a game and I have a choice to choose something and it sounds like I can be a wizard, I take it.
Nice.
Mystic sounds magical, so
fancy. But yeah, you just, because the colors are based on the gyms, basically. It's like you take, you take over with your team, and then the other team takes you over, and then the other team takes you over, and that's the only point of the team.
Every time someone says gem, I think gem, like a jewel.
Oh, gem.
And I think, ooh, cool, a precious jewel.
I think
That's not what it means.
I actually meant it as in, like, there's these guys named Jim in the app, and you find them, and you take him over like a pod person. Jim.
Oh, you guys.
I got the app, but my phone's so
Oh, she's really sad.
blah that it freezes all the time.
4?
So it's
That's just an iPod.
hey guys, I took a picture on it once, so I think it's a phone.
Is it a 4?
No, but I grew up with Pokemon. I have all the cards. Like I watched the show. Like I was obsessed since when it came out. I was like, yeah. And I was like, why does it get past the homepage? Like okay, so
Okay,
it's
we're
not
gonna
very
start a
hard to try.
GoFundMe page to get Joanna Sotomura a new iPhone.
For Pokemon. I'm not gonna fight that.
I did catch a Mankey in her old apartment though, so. Hey, did you? Yeah, remember on top of Summer's head.
Oh yeah, she caught it on a baby's head.
I caught a Snorlax in my hotel room last night.
Oh, that's appropriate.
That's nice, right?
I caught the Lorax in the library. Thank you for
That's what makes me
cry.
Good
Stop, never.
Brendan?
I don't play it. It doesn't work on my BlackBerry, so... I downloaded it for about 90 seconds, and then augmented reality scared me, so I turned it off.
You do have those really cute pictures now, though.
I know, well, I caught one of you. I tried to catch one that you said was on me. I don't think I did.
It was
right.
precious.
Oh yeah, I had lunch with a friend and he was like, "There's one right there," and I was like, "Here." You can see invisible things. You have magical powers now.
It's amazing.
So bright
Very
up
impressed with
It,
you.
Pokemon Go was like a big inspiration for the Lizzie Bennett Diaries. So.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Ride. I like Mulan the most. I love that movie. I got it in an Easter basket on VHS.
Nice.
Like at some point. Yeah, it was so nice of my parents. And I didn't even think like, oh, this is emasculating, because it wasn't to me. It was just like, oh, this is just like, Mulan's the baddest bee. It was like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. My favorite Disney ride is probably Big Thunder. Big Thunder, yeah.
Nice.
I usually do like my favorite ride of like the worlds, like Disney World or Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
I'll pick like a ride there. I love the big ball ride in Epcot. where Dame Judi Dench is like just like humanity, and I'm like, yay, I believe. I'm such a sucker for British accents and positivity. That's why I love YouTube. Yeah.
That's very nice.
Anyways, what's your favorite?
My favorite movie is the one I'm wearing.
Lion King!
Actually, yeah. And my favorite ride is Space Mountain in Disneyland.
How do you feel about Hyperspace Mountain?
It's actually amazing. Who's been on Hyperspace Mountain here? Gosh, it's like, yeah, it's actually like I couldn't believe it. Like you worry a little bit about, you know, like when changing a classic,
original,
but
like what are you doing?
Because I love, yeah. Oh, we'll talk about it. We're getting there. Don't worry. But I was like, because I love the Space Mountain music. Actually, it's amazing in Disneyland. And but I mean, when that Star Wars theme starts on Hyperspace Mountain, you just like.
It's amazing. And when you have like Han Solo screaming in your ear,
yeah,
like, oh, we gotta get out of here, and then there's like an explosion of some big plane.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like a totally different ride.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and they also change it for Halloween time, which is incredible. Space Mountain goes to Galaxy. Have you done that?
No.
Oh, you gotta do it. It's so scary. Like it's really scary. Haunted Mansion's amazing.
Oh yeah, they Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
that's really cool that they do that. They don't need to do that at all.
No, but they do. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. If you have to like pick a time to go to Disneyland ever, Halloween is seriously like the most magical time of year. It's incredible.
I'm a Christmas guy.
I love Christmas. I love Christmas. Hanukkah. Hanukkah.
Where my Jews at? Cool.
Yeah, I never get sick of that. Thank you all so much for coming. Welcome to the one-man show. This is the only one-man show with more guests than Donald Trump has bad ideas. No, actually, we don't have that many guests. Some of you who were here last year know that I did that joke last year, and I was hoping I would never have the opportunity to do that joke again. But unfortunately, here we are. You know, I do have a little bit of a bone to pick. A lot of people have been comparing Donald Trump to Voldemort, right? I've heard that a lot. And you know, it's like, guys, be mature. Voldemort was good at something. Sure, it was killing people, but he was good at it. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but since last year, I started law school. Yeah, I'm in law school. Thank you. Yeah, I was like, my life is going too well. I'm too happy. I need to just get as much anger and angst and studying in there as possible. But it's kind of crazy because I went to University of Michigan as an undergrad, and now I'm back at University of Michigan for law school, which is crazy. I never believed that. But they have this great reading room that looks just like the Great Hall. So I go to all my other law school friends. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go study in the Great Hall. I'll see you guys over there. It was a little weird though, because on the first day of law school, a few people recognized me from Star Kid. So like 3 different people came up to me and were like, "Are you Snape?" And I just looked him in the eye and said, "That's absurd!" And then walked away and never spoke with them again. I'm not very good at making friends.
Does anyone have a loose hat? Can I borrow it?
Yeah. Hollywood merchandise. Alright, so, yeah.
Never wash that hat again.
I'll try to keep it clean.
So, obviously, we have Osric here. Do you guys know what parody we'd like to be screening next?
Thanks.
You make a good Sam.
It's the only time I get to feel tall. When I stand beside you.
I put my heels on too.
Al 2016.
I like you guys best too.
Thank you. Thank you, Al. Yeah, everyone say something really witty when they're awesome. Actually, would you like to just introduce the next person?
Sure. And then, of course, of the 3 that we have left, my favorite has to be Tessa Netting.
It's good to be here.
Hey, hi.
It's good to be here. Hi, guys.
Good to have you.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, this is a nice time.
This is also the first time we've seen each other since the closing of the show.
Yeah.
Would you like to introduce the next person?
I'd like to introduce my favorite person in the entire world because she's beautiful, Kurt Mega.
Kurt Mega, SH, Kurt Mega.
Yeah.
I love you, Maggie.
I love you, Maggie. Awesome.
We all love you.
Yeah, I love you a lot.
Yeah, we love you the most.
And Kurt?
Kurt?
And of course, the fantastically talented Mary Kate Wild.
Yeah, I hate you guys too.
And while I was there, I was a freshman in the musical theater department. And your freshman year, you are not supposed to audition for anything at all, including extracurriculars, because they want you to get a lay of the land first. But I said, screw authority, and I auditioned for an improv team called Wits End. And Joey Richter was on that improv team. And so I became good friends with him. We hung out a lot that year. I was a freshman, he was a senior. Then he left, and when I graduated, I went out to LA, and he contacted me about being in a Tin Can Brothers video, and they,
Was it Mary Kate's?
It was Mary
that the
Kate's
first
video, actually. So I did meet Mary
video.
Kate on that same day. It was yeah.
It was a great day.
It was a big day. A lot of.
It was so funny. We were like, we have to put Al in the next larger project.
Yeah. So then they asked me to be in their sketch show, Seriously Not a Joke, which some of you might have seen. And then a couple months later.
Round of applause for those who saw it.
I saw it.
Hey.
That's actually very kind. I was hoping it would just be silent.
Yeah. Why do you want silence?
I don't know. I have a weird sense of humor. I'm really damaged, guys. We get into this on another panel later.
Yeah. But anyway, so then, like in August of last year, they came to me at a Michigan football game at like a bar, and they were like, "Hey, we want you to be in this thing. We thought of you immediately as soon as we started writing it." So, and that was Spies Are Forever, and now I am here. Yeah, that was how.
We're so glad you won.
Oh, thank you.
Al's also just one of the nicest, sweetest men. He's very talented. He's a good friend.
Tessa, how did you get involved?
I feel like I've known you guys forever. Spies Are Forever, known them forever. And they asked me to be in the show, and I hadn't done any theater since Broadway. So this was my first theatrical production to do on stage, my first musical since being on Broadway, and it was the best choice I could have made. It was so great. It was so fun. I love Barb so much. She was so nerdy and so amazing, and she's just, you know, it was hard though, because I had to try to be in love with Kurt, and you know, that was probably my biggest obstacle as an actor. But, you know, a lot of hours, but I just sort of pictured Joe's face, like on top of it. It worked. I'm just kidding, Kurt, I love you. Okay, yeah, it's great. I love all these guys.
Great having you, because there was also, we had a very short, like 4-week rehearsal process, and Tessa was gone for like a week and a half.
Yeah, I went to New York to see Hamilton. And also to do, teach some improv workshops and stuff. So.
And we were like, oh shit.
It was the week before we opened.
We got back, we had one Saturday rehearsal, then we went into tech.
Oh right, the week before
an
tech.
already very short rehearsal process.
It was amazing though, because we were all like, oh man, Tessa's been gone, I hope
We had a rehearsal, like that Saturday, was like, okay, this is Tessa's butt, and get her up to speed.
She shows up and nails everything.
And makes everyone else look like an idiot.
I was going over the choreography, and my friend Michaela, are you here? Michaela's here. She's doing merch at the booth, so she's amazing. But I was at her apartment, and I was going over all of these numbers, and she's like, what is this? But she's like, but I love this, and I loved it too. And it was, I was practicing, so it was great. It was so fun. Oh, such a fun show. Kurt?
Me?
How did you get to play yourself?
I think, was that like, originally there was gonna be like another name, and then you guys were like,
we were writing, we were trying to come up with a name, and we were like, there's no better spy name than Kurt. That's your birthday, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you got, I guess we did a Tin Can Brothers video, like about, I don't know, about like 6 months before that.
Kurt battles Corey.
Yeah,
the Spilled Milk
Spilled Milk thing, and yeah, I love working with you guys. And then you guys reached out to me over text and were like, hey, if you want to meet at Coffee Bean, we have something to tell you about.
Yeah.
So we're like, sure. And they literally, like about a sentence in, and I was like, yes. And then
we were nervous too, because I mean, you usually don't get your first choice cast. When we did our last big sketch show in LA, I mean, it didn't.
I know I was far down here.
But you know, everyone's busy, everyone's projects, schedules, things fall through. It's so crazy. But we got our first choice cast. So when we were going to ask Kurt, we were like, God, we have Kurt. We like can't get Kurt out of our mind for this part. So we're like, I hope he says yes. I hope he's not.
And then we're like, we have this idea for a thing, and Kurt was like, yes, I'm in. And we're like, no, hear us out.
Well, and also I think one of my bucket list things to do was to get to like originate a show that had never existed before. Because I feel like so much of theater auditions are going in for shows where you're just trying to like live up to like the original cast that you could never be that thing. And I don't know, I just thought it was, and really GeekyCon represents, Geeky and Leaky kind of represent like how a lot of us got to know each other.
Oh yeah.
And so to me it was kind of this thing of like, we'd hang out at Geeky or Leaky and it'd be like, we should do something together, and then you guys made it happen. So.
If Kurt wouldn't have done it, would it have been someone else named Kurt Mega?
Yeah. We do it again. For some reason, a few future, we do it again. Well, I mean, we'd love to do it again, but like way in the future. And Kurt is so busy because he's managing his hedge funds. Because he's such a wealthy actor and he invests so well. The point of the story is whoever plays it next will still have to be called Kurt. Just a quick question. What else is on your bucket list, Kurt?
Oh man, I don't know, just make cool stuff with people. This is one of them. Yeah.
Wow. Cool bucket list.
Cool bucket on it all.
You've done everything on the list.
I guess I
Oh, you're all looking at me.
Yeah, seriously. This is Mary Kate Wilds. Tell us. Tell us how you came to be Tatiana.
Sorry, that seemed like mean, and I didn't mean it to be mean. It was a genuine smooch to the audience, not like a sassy one. Anyway, I actually remember this day. Well, I had met Joey Richter doing School of Thrones many years ago, and being here, and I knew you guys from being here so many years. And then there was a day that Brian and I ended up in the line at Albertsons together. Do you remember?
Yes.
And he kind of was like, oh yeah, we're kind of working on this thing, we might tell you about it. And I was like, yeah, we're also working on this thing. And like, we talked about Spies and Poe Party in the line that day.
Was that the first time, or was that muzzle screaming?
Oh, it might have been there too. We definitely talked about it in line.
We definitely talked about it multiple times before.
That maybe happened right before the muzzle, because I feel...
I remember a talk in the grocery store, you guys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We shop in Albertsons.
We also live in the same neighborhood, so there's that. And the point to that is, now both of those projects that we were like, yeah, we're just trying to get this off the ground, have come to fruition. And that means follow your dreams, kids. No, it's just really cool to see how far we've come on both of those things. And I hadn't done a musical in 5 years. This is my first time on stage in a long time as well. A lot of us actually have not done anything in a while. And I was just so excited because I never really get asked to play kind of the sexy badass lady. I'm not obviously, but if you've seen my stuff, I'm more doing the cute and quirky stuff, which is great, and I love that. But I was really excited to do something totally different and to sing just like the most killer songs. And I was like very flattered that you guys had the faith in me to do that, because you didn't like ask me to even, you were like, can you do a Russian accent? And I was like, no. And they're like, all right, it's fine, you'll learn. Okay. You guys just like had total faith in all of us, which was really rad. And it was really fun to make it come to life together.
Now I'm on my way to the Esther Earl Ball, and after that, it's the Cursed Child release.
Book coming out. I have a good question, actually. Is this anybody's first release party? Wow! Hit ass! And for many, it must be second, third, fourth. Anybody out there? Fourth. Has anybody out there been there for the midnight release of Deathly Hallows? So we're not entirely painted. Is anybody here for midnight release Half-Blood Prince? Or the Phoenix? Alright, anybody Goblin of Fire? Seriously? Wow. Whoa. Azkaban? Sorcerer's Stone midnight release party! Azkaban? I wasn't even there for that, so I don't blame you. And I wasn't there for Goblin of Fire. I was reading that in the car on the way to Florida, of all places. From Ohio. How funny. How cool.
So the way this one is going to work differently than all other release parties you've ever known. The people running this thing were at the old release parties, and we're going to throw the party that we always wanted to have.